He blocked my driveway with his golf cart and pointed at my car like he owned it. "That Lambo's parked illegally," he said, chewing gum like some discount movie villain. "This is HOA property. My mom runs this place. She said I can report." I didn't say a word, just stared at him from under my cap. I had just come back from a 12-hour shift covered in drywall dust and sweat, and this punk, barely 19, was trying to tell me where I could park, on land I bought in full. Cash. "You're not even supposed to be here," he added, circling my car like a vulture. "This house was supposed to go to someone from the association. Mom's gonna make sure you're evicted." I still didn't talk. I knew better than to feed the fire. But my silence made him louder. He pulled out his phone, fake confidence oozing from every word. "Mom, that guy with the yellow Lambo? He's back. Yeah? He's parked in front of that ugly house again. Want me to call the tow truck?" He smirked as he hung up. "It's gonna be gone in 30 minutes, so move it or lose it." I didn't move it. Instead, I walked past him, unlocked the front door, and went inside without a word. I could feel his eyes burning into my back. But I knew. Something he didn't. This wasn't just my house, this entire block was mine. 2 hours later, I heard the tow truck pulling in. Big engine, loud brakes, same smug kid standing next to it, arms folded like he'd just conquered something. Behind him, his mother stormed out of her house like she was leading an army, blonde bob, clipboard in hand, HOA badge swinging like it meant anything. "This is the third time," she yelled before even reaching my driveway. "You can't just show up here with your circus car and think you're above the rules." I opened the front door slowly, letting it creak just enough to make her flinch. She held up the clipboard, like a weapon. This property was not cleared by the HOA, and per our regulations, Section 5, Article 14, you cannot own more than one vehicle that exceeds 80 inches in width. Your Lamborghini is 81.1 inches, so it's getting towed. The tow guy looked uncomfortable. "Ma'am, I don't think we're—" She cut him off. "I run this neighborhood. Just do your job." Her son snickered behind her. "Told you, old man. Should have parked it at Walmart." I leaned against the doorway, arms crossed, still calm. "Interesting rule," I said. "Tell me, did you run it by the property owner first?" Her smile froze. "Excuse me? You're standing on my land. That sidewalk? Mine. That patch of grass you had your landscaper spray? Mine. This house? Bought it in full. No mortgage, no liens, and no HOA." Her face changed fast. Pale. Eyes darting. "That's impossible," she whispered. "This block is HOA controlled." "Was," I said, "until I bought it at the tax sale last year. Every lot that defaulted ended up in my name." She didn't speak. Her son took a step back. The tow truck driver quietly shut off his engine. Then I added, real slow, "So if you're trying to tow my car off my land, you're trespassing." She blinked hard like her brain was rebooting. Then came the fake confidence. "You're bluffing," she snapped. "You can't just buy a neighborhood. That's not how it works." I didn't argue. I stepped back inside, grabbed a folder from the kitchen drawer and walked right up to her, handed it over. County deed records, tax sale receipts, property maps, everything filed and stamped. "You can call the clerk's office if you want." She didn't take it. Her hand just hovered there, shaking slightly. Her son peered over her shoulder, eyes wide now. "Wait. Mom," he whispered. "Is this real?" She turned on him fast. "Shut up, Logan." But it was too late. The tow truck driver had already pulled out his phone and started filming. Karen noticed. "You can't record me. I didn't give you permission." He shrugged. "Public sidewalk, ma'am. Also, if he owns this block like he says, then technically I'm on his sidewalk." Her jaw dropped. The kind of silence that feels dangerous filled the air. Then, in classic Karen form, she switched tactics. "You know what? Fine. Keep your stupid car. But you're getting a fine for violating community standards." She spun around and stormed, off like she'd won something. But her son stayed frozen. "I didn't know," he mumbled, almost like an apology. "She just said you were some random guy squatting here." I looked him dead in the eye. Tell your mom the next fake notice she posts on my door will be treated as harassment, and if she threatens to tow anything again, I'll call the sheriff myself. And then, just as I turned to go back inside, Karen shouted something that made everything twist. Fine, call the sheriff. Just wait until you see who shows up. Her smirk was back, and that's when I knew. She had something planned. The next morning, I was out front hosing off the driveway when a blacked-out SUV rolled up. No markings, just tinted windows and a flashing blue light on the dash. Two men stepped out, black tactical boots, utility belts, earpieces. No smiles. One of them flashed a shiny badge without a word and pointed at me. You're trespassing on HOA-managed property. Step away from the vehicle. I didn't move. Karen came marching down her driveway like it was a parade in her honor. She had lipstick on this time, phone in hand, already recording. I told you he was dangerous, she said loud enough for the whole street to hear. That car's stolen. He's been harassing my family and impersonating a property owner. The taller officer barked, again. Step away now. We're impounding the car and taking you in for questioning. Something was off. No name tags. No marked patrol car. No body cams. And they kept looking to Karen for cues, like they were waiting for her signal. I tilted my head slightly, pretending to be confused. Which agency are you with again? The shorter one snapped, We don't answer questions from trespassers. Cool, I said, pulling out my phone. Because I do. I tapped a number labeled Sheriff Wilson Personal and held it up. He picked up on the second ring. Morning, Sheriff, I said. Quick question. Do you have any plainclothes officers patrolling Meadow Ridge right now? Pause. Nope, he said. Why? I turned the phone on speaker and smiled. Karen's face dropped, because two guys just showed up at my place in black gear trying to tow my car and take me in. They flashed some fake badge and said I was trespassing. The taller fake cop took a step back. Sheriff's voice came through loud and sharp. Don't let them leave. I'm dispatching 2 real deputies right now. Karen panicked. Logan, get inside, she screamed. Get my keys. But the fake cops were already heading back to their SUV. Too late. A cruiser rounded the corner before they even got the doors open. The moment the real officers stepped out, badges shining in the sun, everything turned. The fake ones tried explaining themselves, some story about private security. But it fell apart quick. Within 10 minutes they were cuffed on the curb. Karen was yelling, crying, begging, but none of it mattered anymore, because the deputy pulled out her body cam, turned to Karen and said, You said you didn't know them, but we have video of you directing them. That's conspiracy, ma'am. And just like that, her HOA badge meant nothing. Karen lost it. She dropped to her knees right there on the grass, screaming, You can't do this. I am the HOA. I run this neighborhood. I have power of attorney over the board. The deputy didn't flinch. Ma'am, impersonating law enforcement and coordinating an illegal detainment? That's not HOA business. That's a felony. Logan stood frozen on the porch, watching his mother unravel like her world was being pulled apart stitch by stitch. You don't understand, she cried. He doesn't belong here. He doesn't fit the neighborhood. Look at him, he's got tattoos. He drives that car like he's in a rap video. I stepped forward. Calm, still quiet, but loud enough so everyone around could hear me. My wife served 2 tours overseas. That car was a gift from her before she passed. I came here for peace, not a war with someone who thinks they own people. Karen's mouth opened, then closed. No words. The neighbors had started gathering by now. People I hadn't met, couples in lawn chairs, a mom with a stroller, a teenage boy with a drone hovering nearby, catching it all. That's when Logan finally spoke. Mom, you told me we owned this street. She looked at him like she didn't recognize her own son. I had to say that. He was taking everything. Do you know how hard I worked for this position? This street used to respect me. The deputy leaned in. No one respects a bully who fakes authority. And you just crossed the line from annoying to criminal. Then came the final hit. Another officer walked up holding a stack of papers. We pulled property records, he said.